Grand Rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars. Tarot. Let's go ahead and give Odin a treat. Thank you, sir. All right. The totem for this message is going to be a box turtle. Now, I do have some word that I was going to share with you before we go ahead and get started. I'm going to be reading from the book of Ezekiel. I'm going to be reading from, I believe, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 4, and I'm going to read through verse 8. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send you to them, and you shall say to them, Thus says Adonai Yahuwah, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there has been a prophet among them. And you, son of Adam, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with you, and you do dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And you shall speak my words to them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But you, son of Adam, hear what I say to you. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open your mouth and eat that I give you. All right, we do got a brief announcement for the channel before we go ahead and get started. Thank you all for anyone that has been a part of this community. If you've been a subscriber, a viewer, a watcher, a supporter, Odin's Paw Patrol and Odin's High Council, thank you all so much. May blessings and abundance just pour through your life forever and always. God bless you all. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for your patience with me, and excuse my recent absence. I was me and a few other members of the household were under the weather for about a week. And then we had a birthday celebration for my daughter over the weekend. So thank you all for being patient with me. I hope you all are doing well and have been well since I've been gone. I will be hosting a live Q&A this Friday on March 28th, 2025. It will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to book your question in advance, it is just $10 USD. You can book in advance by sending the $10 to my Cashapp. My Cashapp is right there on this whiteboard. You can also find it in the description box of my videos. Just be sure to include your question with the in the comments of your payment if you send it to Cashapp. If you're unable to use Cashapp but still would like to participate, no worries. You can book your question during the live using YouTube's donation feature. Also, anyone that is in Odin's High Council, you automatically get a free question on live Q&As. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Let's go ahead and get started. I think we're just going to dive straight into tarot on this one because it seems like there's some kind of issue about money, and I just kind of want to get straight to the point because we'll see. We'll let the energy do the talking, but I can kind of pick up on the energy, and it seems like there may be some kind of like justice or deliberation in something. There may be I feel like something is being discussed, like there's some kind of agreement trying to be made, or someone is hoping to be able to come into an agreement with you or make a deal with you or come into an agreement with you. I'm getting the energy that there is someone that's upset about they don't want to give money. They don't want to give something. They're in a situation where they got to give something up and they don't want to give it up. And I feel like for the most part, their will is if they could navigate and find a loophole, they're going to find a way not to give up whatever it is they got to give up. There's another energy of something trying to come into some form of agreement. And this does feel like it has to do with money. For some of you, this is some kind of like settlement. Now, there's also an energy I picked up on where someone has been struggling or dealing with conflict either in order to get some kind of money that they're supposed to have, or they've been struggling because they haven't gotten the money that they're supposed to have. There's just whatever it is, it seems to do with money. Like that seems to be the main focal point of all of this energy that I'm feeling for this reading. So let's just go ahead. Let's tap into tarot. Let's see what Spirit would like you all to know. All right, first card out here is we've got the Knight. So there's definitely something behind the scenes or something hidden. What I'm almost getting this energy of like damage, emotional damage. I don't know if something about this situation, is that what someone is being compensated for? Is someone about to receive a settlement for emotional damage? Are you suing someone? Are you going to be able to sue someone? What is this? Or is this like a spiritual compensation? You're being compensated for emotional damage. Honestly, for the predominant, I'm not feeling this necessarily as like a spiritual higher place energy. I'm really feeling this as like 3D energy. Like I'm really feeling court presence. I'm feeling lawyers. I'm feeling attorneys. I'm feeling paperwork. I'm feeling emotions. Yeah, I don't know. There might be a literal compensation for some kind of emotional damage. Also, there is something very damaging about something being exposed. What I keep seeing is like a flood. I'm seeing a flood, and I'm seeing like the disaster, the damage after the flood. I mean, it's just like it took like huge gouges of land. The foundations of nearby buildings and roads have all shifted and settled. But there's something that came up, like something precious that was buried that came up from this flood. So in a way, a good thing did come out of something that was kind of disastrous, and it seemed to bring up something valuable. For some of you, this is symbolic. This is a metaphorical flood, and the thing that got unearthed, that was buried, that is precious, is like information based. So for some of you, that's like a metaphorical thing. For others of you, I'm actually kind of getting there might be like I don't know, like gold or something of valuable. Like I don't know if someone had recently experienced some kind of flood damage or a natural disaster. I'm getting for someone that little tidbit is actually literal. There might have been some kind of damage caused by flooding, water damage, and then in that you find something that was buried, it got unearthed, it got, I don't know, like brought over by the flood and deposited on the land. I don't know what it is, but it's something of value. So for some of you, there may be a literal message in there. For others of you, it's like the judgment. Like the flood was like tears and spirit and judgment and emotions. And it was almost like the emotional damage they caused you manifested as a metaphorical flood in their life. So the tears that they caused, whoever this message is for, whoever was somehow a victim to this, or was victimized by something, or something was done wrong to, or there was some kind of emotional damage, if you shed any kind of tear, even if it didn't actually physically come out of your face, if you held that shit in, but you were crying on the inside, those tears manifested as some kind of like energetic flood in someone's life, and it was very destructive. For some of you, this could be also talking about a family, a foundation, or a relationship. Something may be completely destroyed due to the emotional damage that this situation has caused to someone. And because of that, this connection, this relationship, this foundation, this building, this house, this home, this family, this whatever it is, won't be anymore. There's no going back to that. So I'm definitely feeling a little bit of a burnt bridge kind of energy in this. And it just is what it is, and we got to move forward. The good thing is I'm feeling that the main reason why this energy is coming through is because something is coming to the surface and something is being corrected. And I do feel very strong there is compensation in this. For some of you, I don't know. Heck, maybe you're getting some kind of like insurance for flood damage. I don't know. For others of you, maybe you got injured or something, or someone is liable, or you can prove someone did some kind of emotional damage to you and you can sue them. But I'm really getting there is compensation. Now, how are you getting the compensation? I'm not exactly sure specifically because this is a general message, but I'm feeling a few different timelines. Some of them, it feels like there's like an insurance claim or something along those lines. For others of you, it's like something valuable came up or became revealed or available to you after a storm, after a destructive energy in your life, something valuable got unearthed. For others of you, there is like actual like court lawyers, like there's something kind of agreement that is trying to come to make some kind of agreement with you. I don't know if this is like a settlement, but I do feel that energy. And also there was the timeline of there is someone that is up there. There's a resistance. They do not want to give something. They don't want to give it up. They don't want you to have it. They don't want to give it. It's very much like it is. It's a greedy, it's a selfish greediness. They're very attached and possessive over whatever this is. And I'm kind of feeling this energy of like, if I could set that person's frustration, ego, and emotions to the side and then observe the information that's kind of being revealed to me, it feels like they don't have a choice. And that's why they are so upset, because it's very much against what they wanted. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can find out anything else. Yeah, I just noticed off camera, the Two of Wands card was sitting just like right below my knee. So I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna put that back, but there may be something about decisions that have been made, or someone is currently left with a choice. They have to make some kind of decision. I'm getting that someone was trying to keep something buried. I don't know why that energy keeps something about unearthing and burying, unearthing and burying. That seems to be a theme in this reading. But someone was trying to keep something buried so that way they didn't have to give something up and they didn't have to give this to whoever was owed it. And now it seems like they don't really have a choice but to do it. And I'm sensing this energy of like sabotage, of like, I don't think it's going to manifest. I feel like this is like an intention that they have in their heart and their minds. Like maybe they're trying to think of a way to manifest this or create a plan for this to happen. But I feel like something has failed. I feel like there was an attempt to keep you stuck in the dark about something, and that has failed. And I feel like this person is still holding on to the idea that they can do that to you. So even though there was a failure to that agenda is still on the table for someone involved in this. So just be aware of that. I don't see it actually manifesting though. I feel like they're losing control of the situation and they're starting to come to a realization of that, and they're fighting like hell to maintain control of the situation. But it seems like it's kind of getting out of their hand and something just needs to be settled. All right, what else would you like the collective to know? We've got the Four of Swords, and I'm getting that there's something that's going to be closed for good, or whatever is going to come out of this situation. It's not going to be reopened. It's not going to be revisited. So there isn't going to be a further claim. There isn't going to be a further dispute. Whatever is ruled out of this situation is going to be done, and we're not going to hear about it anymore. It's just going to be over. We're going to move on to the next thing. We got more fish to fry. So yeah, it definitely seems like someone's receiving something. We've got this Queen of Wands coming out here. I'm sensing a little bit of there's some tempered energy, and then there's some wounded pride energy. So it may be a little bit of a mixed bag of energy with this Queen of Wands. Could be talking about a little bit of your energy or a little bit of someone else's energy kind of mixed in with that. What else? Now we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So all of this seems to be in one way, shape, or form over some kind of money. For someone, there is like an insurance thing that tried to dispute a claim, but you're going to get it anyway. So I guess like for someone, you were dealing with some kind of settlement or some kind of claim, and the insurance was basically doing anything and everything they can to not give you your money, but you're going to get it anyways. And there's like a little like disgruntled energy I felt from that, but whatever. It is what it is. The thing I do like about this energy is while there are a few shadow-based agendas that are kind of out on the table, they're not left unchecked. And they're also not coming to fruition. So while there is shadow intentions and things out here, they're not working. It seems like the underlying force is like almost like a landslide or something. I don't know why I'm getting like earth moving, like movement on earth. So whether it be like a flood or something, and this doesn't have to be literal, this could just be like metaphorical or symbolic, but I keep getting images and flashes of that. So maybe there is something very valuable that's going to be presented to someone after a very turbulent or destructive time in your life. I mean, this is almost like the energy of, let's say a flood came down and destroyed your house, but then it left a mineral deposit of raw gold all over your land. So it's like, all right, yeah, you lost your home, you lost your property, you lost the house, but I mean, that's a lot of gold just sitting there on your land. That's yours. So I don't know. There's something where like something that seemed to be a bad thing is actually going to turn out to where you're in a better circumstance now after this was settled than before this imbalance even took place. So there is a correction of something, and there is some kind of successful putting something behind you in a healthy way. Like it's one thing to close up loose ends, but you're not really too satisfied about how it all ended, but you just kind of let it go. And it's another thing to close a cycle and you feel very satisfied about how you close that cycle. However, this cycle is going to come to an end. It feels very good. It feels good. It feels like a good energy, and it feels like you're gonna get what's yours one way or another. So I don't care if someone tried to steal it. I don't care if someone tried to say it's not yours. I don't care if someone tried to keep you in the dark about your rights or the laws or the process or whatever this is. It doesn't matter. It seems like it's like this has the hand of the divine underneath the entire situation. And this divine hand is just kind of moving. And as it's moving, the ground is shifting. There's waters flooding. Like there's things really being moved and shifted around. And that force can't be stopped. The underlying energy of this whole reading can't be stopped. And it's divine judgment. It's divine intervention. It's things being corrected, things being balanced out. What else would you like the collective to know? I see the star card at the bottom of the deck. And then we got the judgment. The star and the judgment, y'all. The star and the judgment. After we've been talking about how it seems like you're going to be receiving regardless of the other agendas, and that this is going to be very conclusive, and you're going to feel good about this. You're going to feel good about the way this has ended. And it's like this, I don't know. It's just, I don't know if you've ever had a blessing come out of a not so fortunate event, and like in hindsight afterwards you're kind of a little more appreciative, or you at least have a slightly different perspective about the unpleasant aspects of the whole journey to begin with. So I just feel this overall sense of like closure, gratitude, and satisfaction with the way things have ended. Is there anything else you would like the collective to know? Yeah, we had that Nine of Swords and we had that Death. So there's definitely a lot of like mental anguish about a transformative ending. Like this, whatever this ending that someone is stressed about, which I feel like this is the same energy of someone that doesn't want to give something up, doesn't want you to have it, or doesn't want to not have it themselves. This is that energy. They're stressed and worried about this change because they can't stop it, and I think they know that, but they're still desperate to try to have some kind of control of the situation, even if it's a little bit. Like this is the kind of person to like, if they like the satisfaction of feeling like they have power, even if the outcome wasn't really that beneficial for them, it feeds their ego, and that's enough for them. So this person is kind of just they have a control issue, or an ego problem or something. But regardless, we got the Judgment, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. So it's going to be put to rest. You're going to receive what's yours. Anything else you want the collective to know about this other energy with the not so great agenda that's not too happy about all of this? We got the Nine of Swords reversed. So they may be stressed because they know they have to say something to you, or they know they have to give you some kind of, I'm getting that they have to bring you something to sign and they don't want to. So I don't know if for some of you, I'm getting the energy of their attorney has given them something to give to you, and you have to look over this and sign this, and this person doesn't want to do that. I'm guessing in order to do that, there has to be some level of admission of guilt. and this person doesn't want to admit to anything. So I don't know if there's narcissism in there or not. I don't know. For some of you there is. For others of you, no. But there may be for some of you, like this inability to take accountability or admit that you were wrong. That would be a little bit of a red flag on maybe some issues there. But yeah, there's something that they have to give you, paperwork or information. For some of you, there's like something that came in the mail, or there's some kind of information that was given to them. So, and for some of you, I'm actually getting the energy of someone came to their house, and this might be like a family member. Someone may have came to this person's house asking about you, and this person lied to that person, and they know that someone is looking for you to deliver you something, and this person isn't owning up to it. They haven't told you about that. So there's a lot of concealment of information. I feel like this person that is stressing things knows more than they've been showing. They haven't been telling the truth. They haven't, their agenda is in shadow. Their morals, their intentions aren't right, and they're being shady. And that's just ultimately what it is. So there's something that they haven't been saying that they really need to say. So they either need to give you something, they need to say something to you. There's something that they know that they're not telling you about. Again, I got the energy very strong that someone may have been looking for you, looking to give you something. This person may have misled that individual and then didn't even tell you that someone's looking for you. So I don't know. Maybe there's someone for like an insurance thing that's trying to find you, or maybe someone's lawyer that's connected to a will is trying to find you, or there's some kind of money that is trying to come your way, and there's this little bird bitch that's in the way of it. That's just like wanting to have control of the situation, wanting to feel like they have a power or a dominance or an authority over what's what and who's who, and it really has nothing to do with them. And I like the way that the reality is kind of like shaping around them. Is like it's I enjoy the way it's being revealed to them that they don't have power of the situation and that their efforts are futile. I appreciate that. And I guess that's part of the reason why there's this Nine of Swords, because this person is battling this understanding that they are losing control of this situation. They thought they had it under control. They thought that they were able to maintain the information, the inside loop, and they were able to keep you out, and they were going to somehow be able to intercept it or keep you from getting it or whatever it is. But now it's becoming more and more increasingly obvious that they don't have power, that this ship is sailing regardless, and they've got a very important decision to make. And I feel like the decision that they have to make is either A, to be, to basically take the easy way in a sense and not own up to it, not speak anything, do anything, and just kind of see if this kind of like blows over and people forget about it or whatever, or to go ahead and make the decision to bring you this information or speak this to you or get your signature or hand you this information. It's something that they need to deliver to you and they don't want to. And that's the decision they have to make. The good thing I love about this, and I don't think they understand that, is regardless of what they choose, the outcome for you is the same. The choice that they're left with has to do with their path. It has nothing to do with you receiving what's yours and going on about your way. So I wouldn't even worry about them having this decision. It doesn't really matter in regards to you, because both outcomes, you still get what's yours. It just kind of depends on what kind of path they want to go from here. Do they want to take accountability and be on a different path, maybe one of redemption or something, maybe a little less karma, or do they want to dig this hole a little deeper and not take accountability, not speak up and not stop this or not do anything about it, and basically just it's like the energy of basically, are you going to do something about it, or are you going to sit there and do nothing? Because if you're going to sit there and do nothing, this is going to run over on top of you, and there's going to be consequences because you just did nothing. If you speak up and do something, there are still going to be consequences for what you've already done, but your tomorrow is a little more hopeful, and the big ball of shit that's coming downhill behind your back isn't going to like completely crush you. So it's like, they have an ability to kind of save a little bit of themselves if they do the harder decision. But I don't know if they're going to, but it doesn't really matter. We got 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's yours. 6 of Swords. It's on the way. It is literally on the way. And we got this 8 of Wands with the 6 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles. So that it's moving. This money is moving. Whatever this is, this information, this paperwork, this money, it is coming to you. So yeah, money is on the way. Is there anything else you would like the collective to know? We got the Page of Cups, and then we got the 7 of Wands. Okay. I'm getting that someone's intuition may be strengthening or getting stronger. And I'm also kind of getting that like there were aspects of this situation in regards to you and your life and how it was like kind of training for you, it seems like. It seems like it puts you in the right circumstance to hone your skills or hone your senses or to really get more perceptive in your ability to navigate the energies around you and be aware of it and then navigate your walk with that understanding. So I do feel like there's a level of mastery that someone is coming to, and something is getting stronger. So you use your intuition for the right way, or you did something correctly and it's getting stronger. Someone else is stressed because they're faced with a decision that I think is just a hard decision for them. I think they feel like either way they're screwed. And that's why it's difficult. And I think the idea of the possibility of them taking the route of not doing anything, there's that small chance in their head that there won't be any consequences, that there won't be anything that comes to this. You won't ever know. They'll be able to maintain this lie and this illusion, and they can keep this mask on till the day they die. And I think even though the majority of them is coming to their senses that they don't have that kind of control over this situation and that's not going to happen, there's still that part of them that's like, but are you sure it won't? Oh, come on. You know it'll work out. Yeah, that devil's working them, trying to convince them to make it worse for themselves. But ultimately, it seems like money is on its way to you. I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I will see you on the next collective message.